The fuck?
I need an adult. Ew. No, yes. What? Oh, are we starting?
Now.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Two Dumb Bitches.
I'm Lucy.
And I'm Sienna. And we're two bitches. I thought that we could do this episode as an ASMR episode.
I don't know if we're capable of that.
I really like ASMR.
Me too.
That's not true. I hate ASMR.
I love ASMR.
I just wanted to see if you were going to join in. Like, if you were going to just...
Yeah, I'm down.
If you were just going to go with it.
I'm down to clown.
Would you have done the entire episode in ASMR version?
I think I would have had a hard time sustaining it, but I would have tried.
I think I actually have come to the conclusion that I hate ASMR videos.
Really?
Yes. I hate that we have to take a bunch of time to click our claws on everything and
Well, it's because you don't experience it.
and crinkle things. Yeah, I think the closest to ASMR that I've ever come is with Winnie the Pooh. His voice.
It makes you tingly?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sends shivers down my spine in the best way. But the actual ASMR, nah, it just pisses me off.
Interesting.
Yeah, because you like it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Why did you sound Canadian?
I don't know.
You're not even Canadian. Actually,
Speaking of.
yeah, speaking of, that's actually a pretty good segue.
So our topic today is weird things that our ADHD makes us do.
Yeah. And my first one actually is my accent. I am a copycat.
Same.
When I'm around somebody who speaks in a way that makes my brain
Yes.
itch just right, or that whatever. I'll start picking it up.
Same.
But one of my biggest things, so as far as my accent goes,
Yes.
I am Canadian. I spent the first
Yes.
half of my life in Canada. When I very first moved to the States, people were like, "You're from Canada." And I was like, "How do you know?" And they were like, "'Cause you sound like a Canadian." And I was
Because you
like, "No, I
talk
don't."
funny.
And then I worked really, really hard to kind of counteract that accent.
Which I think is tragic.
Well, part of how I did that was by picking up, because we moved to Texas,
Mm-hmm.
a Southern
Mm-hmm.
twang in a sense. And then one day somebody was like, "Do you know that you say the word big funny?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And then I heard myself like in a recording.
Say
and I was like,
bag.
holy shit. Yeah, I was like, no,
You
yeah.
say big.
I say big.
Big.
Yeah, and like dragon.
Dragon.
Dragging these nuts on your face. Anyways. I don't know. But that part of things makes sense. And then ever since I found out that like there are parts of my accent that I did not properly conceal, I kind of just gave up, because it's actually
Which I think
exhausting.
you should.
It's exhausting.
And it's part of you.
It is.
I have a complicated, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
But I have a complicated relationship with my accent because I feel like I don't have hardly any of my Michigan left.
Yeah.
And
What is a Michigan accent?
we skip a lot of sounds in like a lot of vowels. So like instead of garage, we'll say garage. Instead of roof, we'll say roof.
Oh, that actually irritates me when people say roof, or when people say woof instead of wolf.
Woof. No, we'll say the wolf.
Okay. I don't know why, it really pisses me off when people say woof instead of wolf.
But like I don't hear it in my voice anymore. And I think it's because of my ADHD that I just pick up. I think I unconsciously match whoever I'm talking to.
And I think that that's a thing.
Because like the people that I work with have no idea that I'm not Texan because I'm matching their accent.
Yeah, and you do. Like, why did you sound Canadian when you said that? You are not Canadian.
I'm talking to you.
And I know that Michigan is north and
Yes.
like borders Canada.
So there are some similarities there. I think it's a little less exaggerated than
Well, because when I lived in Washington, people were calling me out for being Canadian. And side note, I lived in BC. I was born in BC.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like, it was a 2-hour drive to the border from,
Yes.
was it even a 2-hour drive?
I think so.
I lived in Redmond. And then a 2-hour drive to my dad's house.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was like, you're deep Canadian. What do they say instead of like the deep South?
I would say deep Canadian.
You're very Canadian. I
mean, you are.
But Washington had
Similarities.
no.
Oh.
No, everybody called me out.
Well, the thing is, like, there are still similarities, but like when I was growing up in Michigan, I could tell who was from Canada because people would come over to go shopping and stuff.
So even though it's like so close geographically, the accent is
very different.
Very different. And so even though you are from Michigan, I don't think that a Michigan accent sounds anything close to a Canadian.
No. I think it sounds closer than a Southern accent does.
Yes.
But no, like I used to get really self-conscious about it because I would worry that people would notice that as I was talking to them longer that I sounded more and more like them.
Yeah, and judging.
And I would be afraid that they would think that I was making fun of them.
So when I was working at the Texas Roadhouse in California when I lived there, I actually had a table be like, "Oh, you're from Boston." And I was like, "What?" And they go,
No.
It's very faint, but it's there. I can hear it. Let that fly." And I was like, "Honey, I've never been to Boston." I don't know why. So I don't know if it was just now I have heard people say, I don't know if this is true, that people from Ontario will have
There's a little bit.
And my dad is from Kapuskasing.
Yes.
But I don't know if I've ever picked that up.
Well, and I don't super notice that in your dad.
I don't either. But he's also lived in BC for
a long time.
But also like my aunts and uncles.
You know whose accent I love?
Whose?
Your Grandpa Ron. I love his accent.
I actually do too. His and my grandma Alice's.
Yes.
But Ron's accent, it kind of just makes me feel warm and cozy.
Yeah. And I don't even know how to describe it.
I don't either. It's very Canadian sounding,
Canadian.
But it's also like gruff.
Uh-huh. It's like country Canadian.
Yeah. I love it. But no, I don't know where the Boston comes from. It'll kind of come out.
Well, because I feel like Boston, they'll say like big. What? But I feel like they over. Like yours is just very short, like big.
Well, it's my O's.
They think your O's are Boston.
Yeah, so Boston. And I don't say it that exaggerated.
No.
But I think there's just and I think that's why the guy was like it's
a boat.
Subtle. A boat?
About.
Like I was like a speedboat?
A boat.
That's Canadian though.
I know.
That's not Boston.
But I could see if you stretched it out, it's sounding a little more Boston.
Honestly, truly, I have no idea. I'm just going off of what people tell me. Because
Because, I mean, really, that's what they slightly change the sound of their vowels and they stretch them.
Sure.
Because Boston. You know?
No, I don't think that's how they sound.
They do.
I get what you're saying.
I can't do it because I'm not speaking to a Boston person right now.
Yeah. I think, well, okay, truthfully, it was not until I heard myself speaking back that I was like, oh shit, I do say big.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly was like, I know that I say it a little bit, but I didn't think it was that bad.
I know that you don't hear it because the times that I do chuckle to myself because I think it's endearing.
And at this point, I get so annoyed when people say something about
But there have been times where I'm chuckling to myself because you've said a boat and you're like, what? Yeah, because you have no idea that you did it.
No. There are a couple times where I'll say it and I'll be like, oof, that one was intense. And also as I like drink a little bit more, I will flip-flop. Either the Southern will come out or it's largely the Canadian will come out. Unless I'm around like my friends from like Wichita Falls.
Yeah.
Then the Southern will come out.
I've also noticed, and Kellen, who's my husband and your brother, he does this too, but when you guys talk to the Canadians, it comes out.
It comes out. Dude, when we would go up there for the summer and we would come home, people would make fun of us. Like, why are you talking about that? But that's why I chose to stop in the first place.
Yeah.
It was because people were making fun of me.
I mean, like, it's just how they talk.
Quit making fun of people for their accents.
I think it's cool.
Let's enjoy.
Like, it's really unique.
And we have accents. It's not even like from different countries too.
Yeah. It's just different areas.
Different areas of the states.
Or like different names for things. Like down here in Texas, Coke. Everything is
Pop.
Coke, but I grew up saying pop.
Pop. Those waxy pencils that are used for coloring.
Colored pencils.
Pencil crayons.
Pencil crayons.
Pencil crayons is what we called them.
Where?
In Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then when we moved to the States, everyone was like, what the fuck is a pencil crayon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Colored pencils.
I grew up saying tennis shoes.
Runners. I call them sneakers now.
I call them sneakers
Is
now.
sneakers a South thing? Oh, I went to go visit my dad, and this was a Southern thing. And you'll know this. I went to go visit my dad, and my little brother, his shoes were not on the shoe rack. And I said, hey, can you put your shoes up?
Uh-huh.
And he grabbed them and he put them on a shelf. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, you told me to put them up.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, away. Put them away.
I had that experience moving down here. I like when I worked at the vet hospital, people would keep saying put it up, and I was like, what does that mean? What do you mean put it up?
Which is so funny, and that's not even an ADHD thing.
Like put it away, and I was like, I have never heard that in my life.
Yeah, just put it up. That was one thing because I moved to Texas in the 4th grade, and so it was pretty easy for me to catch on and figure out what people were trying to say to me. But I do remember I had to ask. I was like, what does she mean by put this up?
Yeah.
Because I think she was like,
where?
Put your pencils up or something like that. I was like, what does this mean? And they were like, put it away. I did find one friend who was very like helpful and told me
what things?
Because one of my teachers was also like, I'm fixing a da-da-da. And I was like, what does this mean? What is she saying? Yeah, but that's not even an ADHD thing. That's just a geographical thing. But yeah, basically, I don't know where the stretched
comes from,
minor Boston accent comes from, but it's there.
Yeah.
I have been to Massachusetts exactly one time in my life.
A year ago? 2 years ago?
No, it was for my 21st birthday.
But didn't you just, or was that Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Got you.
Oh, I love Connecticut. I love Connecticut.
My thing was punching things. So
oh, you punch things. You are a puncher of things.
So it's called is it interoception or proprioception?
Fuck if I know. Why are you asking me like I know
think
the
it's
words?
proprioception, but it means like having the sense of where you are in space and in relation to other things.
Yeah.
So ADHD can affect that, and how that presents is I'm like constantly walking into door frames.
Yeah, which I'll body check myself a lot, but you do it more than
I do it a lot. Like
my
Apple Watch, I'm honestly shocked hasn't fully cracked. There are scratches all over
it,
but I've banged that thing into so many things.
Yeah. You and I also will somewhat frequently have the bruises in between two of our knuckles because we've just like smacked our hand into a door frame.
All over my knees.
Yep. Yeah. You're
I trip on stuff. I trip on stuff really bad.
Yeah, you do. No, I definitely have that, but you
I have it really bad.
You have it really bad. Mine is more so of just like all like smack my hand.
I bang my head on stuff.
All back into things.
I have no idea where I am in relation to other people.
No, you don't. You really don't.
No. I straight up tell people, I'm like, if I'm in the way, please just physically move me because I don't know.
You give me anxiety because my anxiety is already kind of bad. If we're being honest. Well, anxiety is also a comorbidity. Comorbidity.
There you go.
Thank you. Of ADHD.
Yes.
And mine is, my anxiety is unfortunate.
Yes. Well, I think it's compounded by
trauma.
Yeah.
Yes, I also think that.
But I do think that without the trauma, you would still have
I would still have anxiety. And also, I think anxiety is, what's the word? DNA sent?
Genetic.
Hereditary. Yep. All of those words. I could have used any one of those words.
And they would have applied.
But unfortunately, I did not. That word. Yes. And my mom had pretty decent anxiety.
Yeah.
Also. And I don't think that I knew for a really long time that anxiety and depression are comorbidities of ADHD. And okay, this is a fun one. Because sometimes I feel like I'm a walking oxymoron.
Like a paradox?
Yes. Because, like, for example, I have bright pink hair.
Super bright.
Hot pink hair. and I love the bright colors.
Mm-hmm.
I love colors. I love people expressing themselves.
Your tattoos are bright and
My
colorful.
tattoos are bright and colorful. I hate being perceived. I hate it. My anxiety, if somebody is looking in my general direction, I'm like, oh, they're looking at me, they're judging me, like all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
I did just watch a video, though, that was basically just saying, how do you not care? And it's because, what did he say? He basically said, if I'm assuming that somebody else is judging me,
Uh-huh.
I'm projecting a judgment onto them
Yes.
by saying they are a person
Who's judgy.
Who's judgy. And that's not nice.
No, it's not.
So my projections should not reflect other people's perceptions of me. But I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate being perceived. Don't look at me. I don't care that I have bright tattoos and bright ass hair.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking look at me.
I mean, I get it because, yeah, it's how you express yourself. It's how you make your outsides match your insides.
Yeah.
But
I do have people be like, how are you going to hate having attention when your hair is bright? Because even when I'm just walking down a street,
yeah,
people are naturally going to turn and look at me because I have a bright color on my head.
I mean, I'm with my red hair even. I get comments all the time.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
My hair is fake red, by the way.
Yeah, but the number of people who are like, wow, you have such a naturally pretty color,
which is
Brad.
super sweet. Like, I wish it came out of my head this color. I do, but I am not. I don't think there is a single person on this earth who has this come out of their head naturally.
Would be pretty sick, though, if somebody did.
They would be so
lucky. If they
lucky.
did, they would be the luckiest redhead.
But I feel like true gingers, like, it's usually more of like an orangey.
Yeah, and I feel like people don't really actually realize that. But true gingers, honestly, they have really pretty features.
Oh yeah.
And really pretty hair. But yeah, I don't want to be perceived. My anxiety mixed with my ADHD.
Yeah.
Dude, and that's not even like the only part of my life that is like that. But I very frequently will be like, I like this thing, but I don't like the effect of it.
Yeah. Well, I think I read somewhere that it's hard to distinguish what symptoms from neurodivergent traits are actually the neurodivergence and what are effects of trauma because our society isn't able to produce neurodivergent people that aren't traumatized.
Really?
Yeah. So it could be that the anxiety and the depression is from other people being not accepting of our neurodivergent traits. So you don't want to be perceived because, like, if you're stimming or whatever, people think that's weird.
Yeah, and I am a very big vocal stimmer.
Yes, and so that gives you that self-consciousness.
How do you stim? I'm sorry. No. Finish, and then I'll get back to that.
Oh, that gives you that self-consciousness, and then it just compounds, and you become self-conscious about everything, and you don't want to be perceived because your associations with being perceived are negative.
I think I'm confused because, wait, society couldn't produce ADHD people who aren't traumatized?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean, okay, I feel like this is a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a square.
Yes.
So traumatized people aren't always neurodivergent people.
Correct.
But neurodivergent people are always traumatized people most of the time, give or take.
Yes.
And we're saying that they are traumatized because they're spicy.
Yes.
But just because you're traumatized
does mean
not
that you're spicy.
automatically make you spicy.
No. But that's why there is a lot of...
But because you're spicy, you're going to be traumatized.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why there's a lot of symptom overlap, is because, like, the anxiety and the depression and that kind of stuff shows up in both traumatized people and ADHD people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a fun little fact. I'd be interested to see, like, how do people combat that, I guess.
It's hard.
Yeah, because I don't know if I do.
I don't know that there's a lot you can do. You just manage it.
I know.
And you try to...
I mean, you're on antidepressants.
Yes.
I unfortunately...
And I have been for years.
And I have tried a lot of different antidepressants. And
you haven't found one that you like.
They just didn't work.
And I mean, that might just have to do with your genetics and how your system
I
processes
go
those things.
outside. I used to be so annoyed by people who would be like, "Go outside, you'll feel better."
Oh, I know. It's hard that a lot of the easiest ways to treat depression are also the hardest things to do
So hard
when you are depressed.
Find a friend.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my biggest advice for overcoming the comorbidities.
Yes.
Find a friend.
Community.
Yes, one of my biggest things that you've helped me with my ADHD is body doubling.
Yes.
I had no idea what the hell a body double was. And then I was like, why is it that I can go weeks without doing my laundry, but then suddenly you're sitting on my bed?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, let me go ahead and grab my laundry.
Uh-huh.
Body doubling has been
Huge.
huge. I feel like I can do anything when I have a body double.
Yeah.
Not anything, but I can do a lot of things when I have
A lot
body
of
double.
things.
So body doubling is huge. I
Yeah.
think that is a really, really big thing. But then also because of the body double, because we made the agreement to go on walks,
Yes.
I've been going outside.
Yeah.
And vitamin D, man.
Yeah.
It's-
Nature specifically.
Nature.
And they've done studies on that, like the effects of that. I think the Japanese, they call it forest bathing.
Oh.
They prescribed it to these business people who were basically running themselves into the ground
Uh-huh.
from working so much.
Uh-huh.
And their doctors prescribed it. But basically they had to like go out into the forest and like be one with the forest.
Oh.
And they did studies on it, and it drastically improved their health and well-being.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's hard for us just being in Texas because
It's so hot.
it is so hot. It is so hot. And I don't want to be outside, but I always feel better
Yeah.
after. But if you were to leave me alone and be like, go on a walk. No.
No.
It's not happening.
No.
I don't want to do anything
No.
by myself. But if you person,
Mhm.
walk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
You had asked me about
Stimming.
yeah, my stims.
I did. I asked you about how you stim because I'm interested to see how you stim differently than I do.
Okay, there's a couple ways. One type of stimming is called echolalia, which is what you do, where you're making
Me?
noises with your face.
How is Sue make noises? I make noises not just with my face. I
But-
make noise. I make noise.
Yes. But so specifically it's like repeating certain sounds, or phrases or words or things like that, singing. But little known fact,
I sing a lot.
you do. Not that little known fact, but that's a widely known fact.
I drive myself nuts.
You can also do that internally. And that's what I do. So I don't say it out loud, but I have it going in my head.
I don't know if I can do that internally. Really?
Yeah,
You do that on the inside?
I do.
I wish I could do that.
So, and I'll get like a random word, like echolalia.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that over and over and over in my head.
Interesting.
Or phrases or just sounds or whatever. Or like I actually read the other day that like if you get a song stuck in your head,
Mm-hmm.
that's a form of that. Like if you can't get it out.
Oh. Well, but let me ask you this, because if I get a song stuck in my head, you're going to have it stuck in yours too, because I'm going to be singing.
Because
out
you do it
loud.
externally.
Yeah.
Mine's just going in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You can keep that inside? I'm actually kind of jealous because when I have something,
Yeah.
I have to.
Well, I think, and
Blurt it.
I think part of it is my trauma
Uh-huh.
because I was bullied a lot as a kid
Yeah.
for being the weird kid.
Yeah.
So I think I subconsciously learned how to keep it inside.
See, and that's so interesting to me because me as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I was also bullied for being the weird kid, but also my mom would tell me all the time that I was too loud. My teachers would tell me that I was too loud. Everyone told me I was too loud.
Yeah.
And so I never
Stopped.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's like I try so hard, but if there's something going on in that little noodle of mine,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna know about it.
And I do externalize it sometimes. Like I'll whisper it to myself. Or I do physical stims. So like I'll snap or
Mm-hmm.
I pick at my skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad, especially when I'm stressed. It gets really bad. Or I'll pick at my nails, or
Mhm.
I chew on the inside of my cheek.
Mm-hmm.
I do that a lot. Things like that. I'll click pens,
Mhm.
or like I'll touch textures like on couches, like pillows and stuff.
Mhm.
I'll run my fingers over like the threads.
Mhm.
But so it's all sort of like silent
Do you
stems.
have, let me ask you this, because I have different stems for different emotions. So,
Yes.
like, as an example, when I'm stressed out, I'll sit there and I'll press my nails into the bottom of the palm of my hand
That's when I'll
to the point
pick.
where I have calluses
And I have acne that won't heal because I pick at it.
because that's your stress stem.
Yeah.
So, and then I'd say probably for me, my happy stems is if I think something that somebody says is really funny, I'll repeat it back.
Uh-huh. I do that too.
Or like if I think it's really smart,
Yeah.
I'll repeat it back. But if I'm happy, I think I sing.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably more of my stem. But I do when I'm focusing. Okay, because when I'm focusing, I think that's probably when most of my most annoying stems will happen. That's when I'll shake my ice cubes or I'll make tapping noises or stuff like that. Do you have
I chew.
your cheeks?
Yeah, when I'm focusing, I'll also I'll make little thinking noises like
Yeah, I have noticed you do that.
or like if I'm like surprised, I'll go
Yeah. You do. You do make that noise.
it's like a cat activation noise.
Uh-huh. I don't think I've ever stopped to think about the different emotions that are tied to different stems because I
I
definitely
do little like dances if I'm happy
With
or if something
food.
tastes good.
Yes. Yes.
Or if I'm like excited, I like
Do a little wiggle.
yeah.
Yeah. I do feel embarrassed by my stems. Do you ever?
Yeah, I'm super embarrassed by my skin picking. It's bad.
Yeah.
I'm a 31-year-old and I've got scabs all over my face. And I
feel that.
can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stop myself.
Yeah. People do I have some of my clients will use the pimple patches.
I've tried that and it does help, but then I end up picking at the patch.
But I think picking at the patch is better than picking at your skin.
But then once it's off,
Go put another one on.
I feel like I would be going through so many of them.
Is that better than going through your skin though?
Depends on my wallet.
That's fair.
You know, I do try things. I have naturally very dry skin.
Yes.
And so that doesn't help because it's like flaky.
Yes.
So I use an insane amount of lotion and I will try to like keep my skin exfoliated and like put ointments and stuff on to help it heal. Because if I can get it to heal and it's smooth, I'll stop picking at it. But as soon as I get a new pimple, I'm picking at it.
I think that's where I gained where I dig my nails into because I used to be a really big picker.
Yeah.
And I hated it. And I still do pick, but now my go-to is yeah. And it is still annoying because like I said, like I do have calluses on the bottom of my palm, but I would rather that than have scabs all over my face.
Yeah. So, I mean, you even noticed the other day, the one on the back of my neck. And it's just because, like, it's just a casual, absent-minded motion to scratch the back of my neck.
Yes. And it just gets out of control. And I think, I will say, and I know that this is slightly a hot take, and I understand that, but there was this period of time, and I know that I've told you this before, there was a period of time where, like, on TikTok and Instagram, everyone was like, everyone's a little bit ADHD. And that actually,
it's
kind
hurtful.
It is. It filled me with rage, and it is hurtful. Because I think a lot of people think that it's just this cute little thing that makes you quirky and funny and random. It's giving awkward turtle vibes.
Yeah. I think it completely minimizes the struggles.
Yeah, because it's not. It's embarrassing.
It's not fun and quirky. It's hard.
Especially when I'm my best friend, we've been best friends for probably 15 years now. She's very type A, neurotypical. The closest she's ever come to really fully understanding, not even fully, but just understanding ADHD is when she had pregnancy brain.
Yeah.
And even she was like, dude, this is hard. Like, this is what you deal with on a regular basis. Yes. I struggle to be a functioning human being.
And it's just like when people are like, well, just do better.
No.
You just need to figure it out.
No. And
it's like, do you think that if I could, I wouldn't have already done that?
Right. And like one thing that drives me crazy, so my room, it's not dirty. I keep my spaces
No.
clean.
We're the same kind of way.
Yes. I'm not dirty, but I'm messy.
Yes.
So like currently in my room, it's kind of a small room. So I have a bunch of Amazon boxes.
Mhm.
They're stacked, they're gathered.
I had a tower in my front room for 2 weeks.
Exactly. And every time I look at that tower of boxes, I am pissed.
Yes.
I'm like, get this shit out of here.
Yes.
Put it out. And I just can't.
Can't.
And I think that was something that I learned very early on too, was executive dysfunction and what the hell that was.
I have, and it's a core memory. I have a memory of in college, freshman year, being on the phone with my mom, just sobbing because I'm like, I want to do my homework. I am so stressed
I need to.
about not doing my homework.
Yeah.
And I can't make myself.
Yeah.
I can't. I want to, and I can't.
Yes.
And I don't know why.
And that, for people who haven't experienced that, is so confusing because just do it.
Just do it.
No. I feel physically ill when I have to do something.
And well, and I read they actually found out that what that is when your brain doesn't have, it's the dopamine and it's also another chemical, and that's the deficiency that we have. When it doesn't
The
have,
lack of dopamine?
isn't
it serotonin?
it's a couple of different things.
Okay.
But when you don't have those chemicals, your brain physically cannot run the function that allows you to execute an action.
That is so
So you
frustrating, dude.
literally physically cannot move.
Yeah. There's sometimes where I'll be sitting on like the couch, doom scrolling.
Yeah.
And I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something fun. I want to do something productive. I'm tired of laying on the couch. I'm tired of doom scrolling. I'm tired of doing nothing.
Yes.
But I can't.
Yes.
Do you know how frustrating that is? I know you do.
It's just like it makes me feel so powerless.
Yes.
And so hopeless because I can't do anything about it. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. And
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do about it.
Yep. And there's things like I need to call T-Mobile and have them cancel
Right.
my watch. I'm
I
paying
mean-
money every month
Yeah.
for a watch that I'm not using.
Right. You know, and there are things that can help, but it's never going to go away completely.
No.
You know, with medication, the best outcome is a 50%
Which is
improvement
wild.
in your symptoms.
Which is wild.
You know, and we can have coping mechanisms and strategies
And
and body
I
doubles.
honestly, I feel like when it comes to ADHD, coping mechanisms that's like the most important thing. Well, that's not necessarily true because I am much better when I'm medicated. But one thing that I have learned is even if I'm medicated, if my depression and anxiety go through the roof,
it's not enough.
it's not enough. And I will sit there and rot on a couch
Yeah.
and hate it and
I
hate
mean-
myself for it.
When you used to live with us, there'd be days that I started out the day going, I'm going to get this, and it's done.
Mhm.
And then you would come home from work at the end of the day and have to save me from being stuck on the couch.
Mhm.
And I had been there for
And
8
there were
hours.
days that you would come into my room at like 1:00 and you'd be like, "Oh, did you sleep late?" And I'm like, "No, I've been up since 9.
Right.
I haven't left my bed." "Oh, well, that's good." No, I didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to stay in bed until 1:00. I wanted to do things.
I mean, honestly, having people around me that also understand what
and
I'm going
pull
through
you out.
and help and are
Yes.
able to help.
One of I think the worst things that you can do is to say, "You need to get over that,"
Yes.
or "We'll just do better. We'll just do it." No.
No.
But like one thing is when I'll come home from, or when I used to come home from work and be like, "Hi, are you stuck?"
Mm-hmm.
And you would be honest.
Yeah.
And it's like, "Okay, well, put your phone down.
Okay.
Let's get you out of it." One step at a time, I think, is the biggest thing. Okay, you're stuck in bed. Okay, well, let's get you up.
Yep.
And you used to be like, "I'll put a bagel in the toaster for you while you
Uh-huh.
brush your teeth." And that would be like, "Okay."
But that was enough.
That was enough to get me going.
Yeah.
And again, like I am unmedicated, and so
It's hard.
I think it would be slightly easier if I was medicated.
But the thing is, even with medication, because I've been regularly medicated for a few years now,
You
it's
still
like,
get stuck.
I do all the time.
Yeah. And for me, if my anxiety and depression comes out to play, it's hit or miss, dude.
And medication also has side effects.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
yeah. My sleep is a mess because of I do think it's because of my ADHD.
Actually, sleep disorders are comorbidity.
Which doesn't surprise me because you straight up have a diagnosed one.
Yes. So we talked about it a little bit before, but I have idiopathic hypersomnia,
Yeah.
which basically just means that I don't stay in the deepest phase of sleep. I tracked my sleep the other night and I was asleep for 10 and a half hours. And out of that 10 and a half hours, I got 10 minutes of deep sleep.
Oh, that's nuts.
So I don't,
Holy shit.
yeah, I don't typically like fully wake up to the point where I'm conscious, but like if you look at my sleep chart, it shows like a million different wake ups.
That's wild. See, if I can stay asleep, my sleep is okay. My issue is that I struggle so hard to fall asleep and I stay asleep.
I think it's because you can't turn your brain off.
I think so too. And I also get really bad sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Like it's a problem. Like almost, I would say when I'm stressed out, which is now, I have probably had sleep paralysis 5 out of 7 nights for the last week.
That's really
I
bad.
had it last night.
That's really bad.
Like at this point, it's so much of like a routine of like I'm having sleep paralysis. I have to, these are the steps that I need to take to wake myself up. And I think that it's because my brain won't shut the fuck up.
So what do you do for your sleep paralysis?
So my sleep paralysis, I have learned, step 1 is I need to shake myself awake. So
but if you're paralyzed, how can you do that?
Okay, so you don't.
Okay.
I don't fully know how to. I have like my inner monologue of going, this is what's happening.
Okay.
I know what's happening. And so unfortunately, it's just a matter of my brain saying, wake up, get up.
Okay.
And it takes a while.
Okay.
It takes a while for me to fully, but the thing is when you're coming out of it, at least for me, I'm so tired that if I just allowed myself to go back to sleep, I could, but I know I'm going to jump right back into that paralysis. Right. So once I am to the point where my body is moving, even though you're so tired, I have to physically shake my head and fully all the way wake myself up. I will usually try that first because sometimes just the full reset will be okay. And then if that doesn't work, my next step, I actually have, it's like a spray full of like, I think it's like clove and nutmeg. Okay. It's supposed to be a protective spray. And I think that honestly, I think that a spray like this would work for somebody. I believe in like Archangel Michael is essentially who that spray is supposed to be calling on. I believe in tarot. I believe in all of that stuff. Yeah. But I think even for somebody who doesn't, I think that's another way to kind of hard reset your brain. We're smelling things that are spicy and comforting at the same time. I will spray that and then I'll turn a light on because a lot of times when I get my sleep paralysis, I don't know where I am. Okay. I don't know if it's a lack of comfort and like safety. I don't fully know what it is that triggers it in me. I know it's stress for sure. Yeah. And I know I get it when I'm in a space that I'm unfamiliar with. But when I'm at home, I think it's largely stress and just
not feeling safe.
And my brain just shut up. Yeah. When I think my body is trying to sleep, my body's ready to sleep and my brain is not. Yeah. And so when it's if I'm at the worst where I just can't kick it, fully wake yourself up, fully reset, spray my spray and have a lamp on. Not a harsh overhead light, but just a warm something to kind of like ground. Because I also have the problem with growing up, I often felt safest, but also not safe at night. Yeah. Because I think I was woken up a lot of times in the middle of my sleep by like yelling and things breaking and Sienna, come on, pack your bag, we've got to drive. Yeah. And so I don't know if it's a mix of all of those things just kind of combined together that it's like my brain wants to be awake at night because that's when everybody leaves us alone for the most part. But then also at the same time, like, are we actually safe to sleep?
That makes sense.
I think that's more of a trauma thing than it is an ADHD
because you're
thing.
Also a big nap person.
Dude, if somebody lets me sleep during the day,
which makes sense because you were safer to sleep during the day.
Yep.
You weren't interrupted.
Yep. If nobody else is home, dude. Yeah. I can take a sick ass nap, even if it's light, and I don't even like light.
Yeah. No, I know.
I'm a creature of darkness.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, no, I can take a sig nap. Now, let me ask you a question. Speaking of your brain not shutting the hell up.
Yeah.
I saw a video that talks about different people's internal monologues.
I've heard that.
Okay, what is yours?
Oh, it's going all the time.
But like, is it words? Is it pictures?
All of the above.
Okay, that's kind of, well, okay.
My internal monologue, honestly, is sort of like a smaller version of my world experience.
What you mean?
So like when I could replay a movie verbatim in my head, and I see the picture and I hear the actors' voices. And like when I read a book, it's like there's a movie in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's why I struggle with reading as much as I do.
I could see that.
Because books are so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Books are cool, but
And I think that's why I struggle so much with when books are adapted to a movie, because if it isn't close enough to the version that I saw in my head, I don't like it.
See, I think for me, my visual aspect of that is spotty.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever created a face for someone.
And if I'm in the other room and someone says visualize Sienna, I couldn't necessarily pull out the exact details, but I could roughly see her face.
I can't see yours.
Interesting.
It's like I can, but it's almost like it's covered by little black blobby pieces that kind of come
in and out. Mine's kind of like it's a thin black veil.
Yeah, mine's covered by
it's definitely
spots.
It's definitely you, but it's a little murky.
See, and for me, it's not you. It's you because I know that it's you.
Okay.
So for me, it would be red hair.
Okay.
And I would probably put you in an outfit that I've seen you in a lot, but I think that would mostly be your most defining feature. Everything else would be spotty and blobby.
Interesting. So I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, but I've heard that it's more likely that you have this kind of internal monologue if you are neurospicy.
I've also heard that. So this video was kind of talking about being able to picture things, and that a lot of people, because and I talked to one of my clients about this. If you were to tell her to picture an apple, she could picture a crisp apple.
I can do that.
I can't.
Interesting. What do you picture?
I will start to picture one, and then it starts to get spotty. It's like I have to really focus on it.
Interesting.
Otherwise, and then if I start to try and add details to it, I can see a little leaf coming out of a stem, but now I can't see the apple anymore. Now the apple is spotty as I start to create.
It's almost like you've got a vignette.
I don't know what that word means.
It's where there's a focus point in a picture. So if you have a picture of Paul and your vignette is focused on his ear is going to be the most crisp.
And everything else.
And it fades out as it gets farther away.
Yes. And then if I zoom out, I'm doing it right now. If I zoom out, now the entire apple is spotty.
Yeah, because you're not close enough. And if
because I'm not focused enough.
Yes. And then if you say with the apple, so you're focused on the leaf. But then if you're okay, I'm going to add a green spot over here, your vignette moves.
A green spot?
On the actual flesh of the apple.
Oh, my apple's red.
Oh, okay. I'm going to add a shine spot.
There we go.
It'll move to the shine spot and the leaf is no longer in focus.
Yes. So for you,
it's I can see the whole thing. It's just very slightly overlaid with a black.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now when you are having verbal thoughts.
Yes.
Do you have a full conversation with yourself?
Yes.
Me too. But I asked Kellen this the other day and he just has bullet points.
Interesting.
So there are people who will have, so I think that's why he can read so much faster than you and I.
Probably. I also think that's why I have a hard time.
And my processing, our processing speed
is bad.
Is slower than Kellen's is. Kellen, I don't know if
ours
is bad.
I don't know any single person with a faster processing speed
His
than
is
Kellen.
insane. It's annoying.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
I can't watch him play video games where there's dialogue that you can click through because he reads it so fast that I can't follow it. I can't watch him watch reels on Facebook because he scrolls through them so fast. I can't keep up.
And I can read quickly, but I can't process it as quickly as I can read it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel stupid because I'm like, I don't understand.
The thing is, you're not unintelligent.
I'm pretty smart.
You're very smart.
But it's because Kellen is so smart.
So smart.
So smart. And his processing speed is high.
Is very high.
You know, the other thing that really hinders my intelligence is my memory.
Yes.
I cannot remember things worth a shit. My favorite movie, one of my favorite movies, because I can't remember all of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies, huh?
Because your memory is shit.
Because my memory's shit. One of my favorite movies is Shutter Island. I've probably watched it 10 times. But I think the last time I watched it was probably 6 months ago. If I were to watch it tomorrow, I would be shocked at some of the things that's in it.
Yeah.
My memory sucks ass.
Yeah. My recall isn't great. Like, it takes a minute to pull things, but I remember a lot of things.
You do remember a lot of things.
It's just, it takes a minute to access it.
Yes. But, like, my word recall, it's like I've heard words and I've learned words and I know what they mean, but I really struggle to pull them.
Yeah.
I also forget conversations that I have. I
do that too.
Sometimes I forget what I'm saying
in the middle of
middle of my sentence.
Yeah.
It's infuriating.
It's just gone.
And like with my clients, sometimes I do feel really bad because I'm like, this is cool what you're telling me. I don't want you to think that I have forgotten this.
Yes.
Because I'm not interested. This is cool.
I'm terrible with names.
Yes.
I will remember a face. I won't necessarily remember anything about that person or why I know them, but I will know that I've seen that face. I cannot pull a name. There's people that I talked to almost every day in high school that I cannot remember for the life of me what their name was.
But do you have this thing? Let me just as an example. I went to my 10-year high school reunion, which I did not plan on going to, but I went and I had a blast. So anyone who's like, I don't want to go to my 10-year reunion, I didn't either. Go. It's great. It's so much fun. Everybody's adults. It's way better. But people were walking in, and Sarah, my best friend, she was like, who is that? And I was like, oh, this is so-and-so. First name, last name, occupation. Not actually occupation. But I was like, this is first name, last name. This is the class that we had with them. And she was like, how do you know this? And I was like, Sarah, I have no idea. It would appear that my brain has dumped some very important information about
to hold on
other
to
things
that.
to hold on to who we went to school with.
Yeah. Well, I also think, and I know that this is true for Kellen, but I think I've seen a little bit of it with you as well, that you have like an associative memory.
Yes.
And so you won't have access to that stuff normally, but
if you ask me what the third, what's that thing in the Constitution?
Amendment?
It's something about quartering soldiers because if you turn a 3 on its side, it looks like a butt. And if you're quartering a soldier, they're pooping in your toilets with their butts. I'm not shitting you. That's how I remember that.
I think that's brilliant.
And the right to a speedy trial is number 6 because a 6 kind of looks like a racetrack.
Okay.
So yes.
Yes. So you have an associative memory.
Yes.
So you don't have access to that all the time. But if you're reminded of something.
Which is why my items are so important to me.
Yes.
Was because like they hold memories.
You knew all of that information about that person because they were standing in front of you.
Interesting.
So you were able to unlock that connection.
Interesting. That's very cool. The other weird thing that my memory will do, and I know that yours does this too, where it's like, hey, has anybody seen my phone? Because I put it somewhere. I created a new space.
Yes.
Where I just randomly put my phone. Like for a while, mine was sandwiched in between pillows. Where I just kept putting my phone in between pillows.
Or you kept sitting it on top of the rock tumbler.
I would put it on top of anything that was black.
Yes.
And my phone was black.
So it would blend right in.
Well, no, that's not even true. My phone is not black. And my case was not black. But typically when I put my phone down somewhere, I will put the screen down.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I would put it on top of one of these black objects, I would put it face up.
So then the black screen
would just blend in. But we also have that superpower where then if someone randomly goes, has anybody seen this oddly sized screw that is particular for this one thing?
We know exactly where
exactly where
An
it is.
example of this happened just the other day. because you needed a safety pin.
Yeah.
We don't have safety pins in this house. There's not like a pack of safety pins.
No.
But I was fairly certain, and I was correct, that there was one randomly on the shelf in the laundry room.
I went over to Gage's not too long ago, and he was like, Kalia, his girlfriend, he's like, Kalia, have you seen my glasses anywhere? And I was like, oh, yeah, they're on that counter in your tan bag just sitting right on top. Or one time Kellen asked me for some sort of cord when we were unpacking the house, and I was like, oh, yeah, in the stack of boxes by the back sliding door, in the middle stack of boxes, in the second box from the top, there's a little container inside of that box, and it is sitting inside of that container. Why do you know that? Don't know. I can tell you that, but I can't tell you.
Well, okay, if I move the garbage bags from the top shelf of the pantry to under the sink, they are no longer findable.
No, they're lost forever. Why did you move them? They were fine where they were. No, because the things that we access regularly, they need a home.
They do need a home.
They need a home, and you can't change their home without telling us.
It's funny because we are simultaneously so messy and so organized.
Yes.
Because my sister, when she came to visit a year ago or so, she was like, your home is really organized. And I was like, no, it's not.
But if you look at the food, especially when I was living with you guys, it was like, my food lives over here. I've got my breakfast food, I've got my snacks, I've got my dinner. And even now that I'm not, it's still like, these are the breakfast foods, these are the baking things, these are the dinner items, these are the sneaky snacks.
Back stock goes up on the top shelf.
Yep. Yeah. But I feel like we do that because we have to.
It's a coping mechanism.
It is a coping
Because
mechanism.
if it has a home, then chances are it will get put back in the home.
Yeah.
And then you can find it.
The other thing too is that because I do struggle with, we call it nesting, when you just bring things to you
and then
but you never put the things away.
You leave them there.
So you create a nest of shit, basically.
And it's usually on like the couch.
Yes.
So you have your blanket and your drink and your dishes from lunch and your snacks.
Yeah.
Whatever you were working on, a book that you've been reading, a sweater.
Yep. But if there's no home for those things to go back into, chances of me putting them away significantly decrease. But if there's a place and I know, okay, well, this goes back here, I'm more likely to put it away. So I do feel like having some sort of system and organizational whatever.
Yes. And I will say, I love the look of these systems that people have where they have all of these like opaque bins.
Oh no! Out of sight,
stuff.
out of mind, baby.
But yeah, ADHD, you can't do it.
No.
Because it no longer exists.
Even if something goes behind something else in the fridge, I make an extra point of making sure that only the non-perishables or the things that aren't going to expire until 2 years from now go in the back of the fridge.
Or like the drawers.
Or the
I will only put eggs from our chickens because we have a million, so we just have
and they last forever.
Eggs. And things that we know that we're gonna go looking for on a daily basis. So like milk, I'll put in a drawer.
But even milk, dude, because I had some chocolate milk, and thankfully I ate whatever it was that was in front of my chocolate milk, and I was like, shit, I got chocolate milk back here.
That was almost tragic.
I know. I would have been really sad.
That would have been really sad.
I know. But so even the things that I am very excited about and that I want,
I've seen one lady
go die.
She'll put her sauces, so like her ketchup and her mustard and her that kind of stuff in there because those are only things that like if you need it, you're gonna find it, but you don't need it all the time. And then she'll put like Tupperware containers with ready-made food in the door because then that's easy to see.
No, that's fair. I will never be able to have linen opaque boxes.
No, everything is
cute.
Clear.
They're cute. I wish that I could.
My clutter is on display.
Yeah, it has to be. Otherwise, I'm not going to lie to you. So I moved into my new apartment 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what's in my desk.
Oh, yeah.
Because I still haven't even unwrapped the packing paper from it. Like the saran wrap.
And the thing is, like,
I don't know what's in there. I have no idea what is in my desk.
Yeah. We went through this phase where we were gonna go through all of the
Spring clean.
random shit that was in our bedroom. Because we have, if there's a surface, it's going to collect random shit. Every single surface in my home has random shit on it.
Yes.
And it's just stuff that doesn't have a home. That's all it is. And so we were like, we're gonna go through stuff and get rid of things that we don't want, and we're gonna find home for things.
Mm-hmm.
And so we crammed everything into grocery bags. And those grocery bags full of random shit are still on the floor in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's been,
I think everybody's coping mechanisms I would say, need to be a little bit different from each other.
yeah, because everybody's slightly different.
Everybody's slightly different, but I think that if I could say my top couple.
Yeah.
Body doubling.
Yes, 100%.
Is probably my number one. I feel pretty untouchable
Yes.
when I've got a body double. But the body double needs to do it right.
Yes.
You can't be sitting there on your phone.
You have to, like, be actively present.
Yeah, you don't have to help with the task at all. But being present and just chit-chatting with the person while they're doing something
Yeah.
is huge. For me, honestly, I do use podcasts as a body double sometimes.
No, I do too.
It can't be a podcast that has too much going on. Honestly, my favorite, shout out Basement Yard.
Yeah.
They are great body doubles for me. Just because I don't have to be super
Paying attention.
and involved in the conversation. But man, body doubles, huge.
Yeah.
Huge coping mechanism.
I think for me, at least, the most important thing is to give yourself grace.
Yes.
Because it's hard. And that's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay for that
Because
to be hard.
there are aspects of ADHD that even with medication, like we said, medication will help you 50%. It is okay to not be perfect.
No. I mean, it's just how your brain is written.
Yeah.
It's part of you.
Yeah. And that's okay.
And
you don't need to hide that. Dude, one thing is stop masking. Masking is exhausting. Masking is taking up a lot of your energy.
oh, so much.
A lot. And I understand there are certain time and place.
Where you need to for safety.
Yes. And just for like, if you have a big interview,
Sure.
maybe don't give him everything up
I
front.
mean, obviously, you have to live in the context of the society that you live in.
Yes.
So, like, yes, there are going to be instances where that's necessary. But if you can,
Surround yourself with people who don't require you to mask.
yeah, you shouldn't need to mask at home.
It takes it out of you.
And there is
And-
something to be said to have people who love you for who
Yes.
you authentically are.
Yes, 100%. And I also think that if you can spend less energy concealing who you are, you can allocate that energy to something else,
Yes.
to getting something done.
You know, and finding your strengths. Because, I mean, there
Mhm.
are a lot of benefits to ADHD.
Mhm.
ADHD people are insanely creative and funny, and some of the most compassionate people that I know.
Yes, 100% yes.
And I think that we get down on ourselves so hard.
Because people say mean things,
Yeah.
but I think give yourself grace is a huge one. Also, write things down.
Oh my gosh.
Write things down.
Like,
Don't
don't even.
Stop gaslighting yourself into thinking that you are going to remember something. You're not.
And don't feel ashamed for the fact that you need to do that.
Write it down.
Just write it down.
Write it down. I think that's
That's all I gotta say.
write it down. I think those are probably the most helpful things that I have found over the past couple of years. Also, one more, let your emotions out, because I have noticed as
yeah.
somebody with ADHD, I experience very, very big emotions.
And I think that's super common.
I think it
with
is too.
ADHD.
But like when I'm very excited, oh man, better watch out. I'm excited. But when I am low, I am so low.
So low.
I think ADHD people experience very, very big emotions. And I think sometimes that's embarrassing. But I have noticed that the more that I hold my emotions in and don't express them, I wind up exploding.
Yeah.
You are allowed to feel your emotions. And that's something that you have taught me too.
Yeah.
It's like you are allowed to take up space. You are a human.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to have emotions.
Yes.
And sometimes even the most ridiculous emotions, even if you're like, this is ridiculous and I'm feeling this emotion about this thing, keep your actions in check, but you are allowed to feel whatever emotion you want as long as you are keeping your actions and your words in check.
Yes.
You are still allowed to feel those emotions. And the more that you allow yourself to express and process those, I think the better.
Yeah, because if you internalize those, they'll just
Explode.
compound and
They will bubble.
that's
And it won't be
then
good.
it's a lot worse than it would have been if you just said it in the first place.
Yeah.
And don't be ashamed of your own joy.
Yeah. Experience your joy. Very true.
We love you. Love yourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard to love yourselves.
It is.
But do it, because if other people can, then you should too.
Don't take that away from them.
Yeah. I also think that a lot of ADHD people really struggle with, it's like they can love somebody else very, very deeply and give other people grace, but we don't give ourselves that.
Yes.
And if other people deserve that, then so do you.
Yes.
So I think that's what we'll leave you with today.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us.
Please let us know in the comments and stuff, what are some weird things that your ADHD does?
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah, serious or weird and stupid.
Yeah.
We want to hear it all.
All of it.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Every villain is lemons.
What were we talking about?
I don't remember. One butthole.
I'm fucking delicious.